Sarah here from the Paper Cut. Oh, I'm like 3 minutes late. Hang on. I'm going to see if I can see me and hear me. Okay, we're getting there. Sorry. Oh,
we got to talking.
See me. Yeah, we got to talking, and then I was just a little late. So hang on. I'm looking at my phone. Still not seeing me. Hopefully you're seeing me.
Let's see if I see you.
Oh, there. I see me now.
Okay.
Oh, and I can hear me. Phew! Okay, so it's Thursday night. Last weekend we had our birthday sale, or like a pop-up sale. So we still do have something on the 27th, which is a Monday. So watch for that Monday. And during that day, I will probably do like a pop-up demo that day too. I'm just not sure what time. Can't think that far ahead, So anyways, so yeah, we got most of the orders out, except for there's some of you that have like Pooh kits on there, like our Winnie the Pooh kits, our Fun Time Thursday, or you have the crossover class kits. Those obviously aren't shipping until this next week, Thursday. So we have that going on. I did start putting idea sheets in your orders, so if any of you got your orders already this week, you might have some idea sheets in there. So hopefully it's something that you haven't seen before. If you have seen it before, then now you have it handy. So let's go down to the table. I've got a mess going on here. So imagine that.
No.
So, okay, we're down on the table, I think.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
You are.
So for our Fun Time Thursday, these are our three Pooh cards. Two of them have to do with coffee, but you can always put your own sayings on them. And the other one just says seek adventure and find joy. So it's a step card. It is our funky fold accordion card. And it's just an A2 card. And there will be a text insert in there too. So, and I picked a pattern paper pad from Impression Obsession and just kind of went with that. So yeah, those are the Pooh. That's what day is that? The 16th. So that's on the 16th. Our crossover class, I'm not even done with those samples yet. So Jennifer sent me these pieces and they're spinner cards. Oh, somebody's calling. We should really turn the ringer off on this phone in here.
Yeah, we should, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we did have it turned off for a while. But anyways, so the spinner card, this isn't done, but it spins, and it will spin better than that. Anyways, that's the spinner card. I'm not sure why it's not spinning right now. It was just spinning just minutes ago that I was futzing with it. So anyways, I still have to finish the front of those. So let's go on to our Scallop Frame cards. And we're going to try and do clean and simple. So we have 3 sets of scallop frames. We have the scallop rectangles. We have scallop squares, and there's a little one too. And then with the circles, there's 2. So the 2 circle ones are together. There's 2 square ones. There's 2 rectangle ones. So I don't do clean and simple that well. So I'm going to try though, and we're going to try to get through 3 cards. Because when you get, in the mode of just having one idea to do something, and you just can't break yourself. So for these, I have done shaker cards. So, and that's all I had in my brain. And then I do, watch a couple sites that samples come across, and I'm like, oh, I could do that with the frame. So, these aren't groundbreaking ideas that I came up with. I've seen ideas, and now I'm just going to adapt them to the dies that I have. So, short part of that story is that you don't always need to think you're coming up with your own ideas. You see something and it inspires you to make something else. And I do that a ton. So if I can inspire you, awesome. But I've probably been inspired by somebody else, and that's okay. So sometimes we all need to be inspired. Sometimes you guys inspire me to make samples. You post on our fan page, and then I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. My sister-in-law just sent me a picture of a card that she's posting tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, that's a really cool idea. And it was using just white on white with our felt paper. So anyways, let's get to it. I have, what am I going to start with? Let's see. I am going to start with, I did pre-cut a couple frames. So I'm going to start with a blue frame. And I don't know if I've ever shown you this before, with stamping and coloring and then stamping over the top of it. So I was going to do this one last in case I decided to use one that was pre-colored, because I have pre-colored ones right here, but I decided, okay, I'm just going to do it. So hang on.
I'm going to post a bunch of links. So just.
Oh, my mom's going to post a bunch of links while I'm coloring. But anyways, so I stamped this. This ink pad doesn't stamp super black. And let's see, I do have it over on my clear side. But if you have like a stamp pad, like this one works really good because it doesn't bleed out. So I like to use it, but then I like to stamp over the top of it with a much darker black. So you can stamp it, have a light color black, then color it in. That's why I'm keeping it on my platform right now, because I am going to re-stamp this in a really nice black, and it just really helps the color come out. So let's see which blue we're going to use here. And you can tell that I like totally don't have this totally planned out, because otherwise I probably would have colored this ahead of time. But I thought this would be a nice tip to give you. So I'm just going to color it, and it's hard coloring it from the side. I usually like coloring when I'm actually looking at it with it facing the right direction. So this one's actually not a great one to be coloring on camera because it's got a lot of little areas. So that wasn't very smart. So am I going to get through all three now that I'm doing putsy coloring? I don't know, but I sure am going to try. We'll see. Challenging myself. Because if we're doing clean and simple, technically I should be able to get through 3 cards. Well, although some days cards can take me like a half a day just to make 1 card. So
that's cool.
So there is that. So anyways. All right. Nope, that marker tip is bad. But this marker tip is bad too. What the heck? So for our sale stuff, I was not expecting you guys to buy so much, so thank you for that. Becky actually had to, there were some things that we just were like really overstocked in, so it's not like they're being discontinued, we were just like very overstocked, and Becky was like, I had to remake some of these kits. So which was a good thing because we went through our overstock, and then she actually had to make a couple more, so not terrible, but yeah, we appreciate that. So on the 27th, just kind of stay tuned because it's our 27th birthday, and the big celebration, not celebration, but well, kind of, is going to be on the 27th. And that'll be regular price stuff. So by buying the half price stuff before, you didn't miss out on anything. Okay, there we go. Almost done coloring that. But I don't know if I've ever shown you this tip before. My mom's dance thing is coming up in a few weeks. Right?
Yeah.
She's been practicing a lot.
Yeah.
She was even out in the storm yesterday. We've had crazy storms here, crazy amounts of snow going on in Wisconsin.
Yeah, and I went out and I got home safely. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing. So yeah, we had like a foot of snow. I don't know where you guys are all located, but yeah, we had just a ton of snow over the last like 48 hours. It's been crazy. Okay, so now I had my original black ink pad that doesn't stamp very black. And it just looks kind of light, but now I'm using a VersaFine Clair over the top of it. And as long as you keep it with your magnets on there, then I can stamp right over the top of it and get a nice black outline. So I don't know if you remember how it looked to begin with, but now we have a nice black outline on there. So I'm just going to take that off, and I am just going to trim it out a little bit. I brought in some white cards.
No snow in Florida, thank
Yeah.
goodness, and no.
Boy, if you guys did have snow in Florida, I'd be worried. But Impression Obsession has a ton of these square stamps. So they're clear sets, and they have the square stamps, and they have them for all different occasions. So that's why I picked that specifically, because I tend to use these stamps a lot, and they work perfectly in the square frame as something to frame it. So now I could layer another color in here, but I'm trying not to go crazy. And I don't know if you just saw me, I'm just taking my fingernail, and every once in a while there's like little, you know, paper sniblets after you die cut, especially when you have a die that's been used a lot. And I'm just taking my fingernail and just kind of getting the sniblets off of there. But I'm just going to use my frame. See how nicely that fits on there? Now I can pop these up. I can leave it totally flat, or I can pop this one up, which is what I think I'm going to do. And before I do all that, I am going to stamp my words. Just in case I screw up, I want to, you know, because I can always take a white layer and put it over the top. But I'm going to stamp right on my card base. But in case I screw up, I'm just going to do my stamping first. So I'm going to stamp on my, yep, stamps pretty good. So, and I can turn it either this way, the horizontal way. I think I'm just going to turn it the other way. I'm going to end up putting those right there. And then I'm just going to do a really simple saying. So now when you're inking, always make sure not to ink too much, because you don't want to get any ink on your block. Otherwise that's going to go on your card. Yay, it turned out.
Yay.
I like when that happens, but if it doesn't, you know, I could have always taken another white layer. Since my card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, I could take a 4 by 5 1/4 inch layer, stick it on the front, because I could cover that up if I needed to. I don't use dot rollers a lot, but because I'm trying to make 3 cards in a short period of time, I'm going to pull a dot roller out. I don't use, actually, this is big enough that I could use my ATG. And I do prefer my ATG because I know that that's going to stick forever. So yeah, I don't tend to use the scallop squares a whole ton, which I should use them a little bit more. And then I'm going to use foam tape on the back of my square.
Oh, Scrapmania, luckily really just cold there. Well, we get cold here tomorrow, I think.
Where?
Here. Oh, Scrapmania said.
Oh, they're in Iowa.
Okay.
So our son is in Iowa. I should call him. So they just had cold. They didn't have snow, huh?
Yeah.
Now, I could jazz this up and do some gems around the outside. There's little, like little holes that you can poke out, but I didn't. And I could put little gems on there. I'm gonna 619, so I am gonna move forward without putting gems on there right now. But clean and simple, easy, quick card.
Nancy YB said she's sending hello from Minnesota.
Minnesota. So this
20 inches in some places.
Oh my gosh. So this is the scallop frame, rectangle frame. This is the smaller one. So this is this one. I did cut it out, and I did cut it out in the 110-pound white felt. So this is the Royal Ultra White Felt. This is just a piece of printed paper. Now this is in the Happy Heart Pack that I just got shipping notice that it is being shipped. So I am going to post it on the website this weekend. So it'll be on there before the 27th. And I'm just going to cut this.
70 in Dayton and 80 in Virginia? Oh my gosh. No cold.
Okay, so I just wanted a piece of pattern paper, just something. I was going to do alcohol inks, and I'm like, nope, you're trying to keep it clean and simple, Sarah. Stop it.
Oh, Deb, I'm so happy for you. You loaded that ATG gun. Yeah, brave enough to do it because Sue could do it. Yeah, if Sue could do it, anybody could do it.
So I did pre-cut out our cone flower. Okay, so that's the cone flower that we used a while ago. Now, I could pop part of this up, and I'm sure I will. And I had that pattern paper, or I had this one. I don't know if I want a darker one or not. What do you guys think? Darker or lighter for the pattern paper?
It's not fair. Oh, dear.
I might like the darker one. So hang on a second. I'm just going to cut a little piece of this pattern paper.
Okay, I'm done putting links, so now you get to listen to me.
Okay. So anyways, I'm still here. I'm just cutting a different piece of pattern paper. I just decided I wanted something a little bit darker.
Stephanie says lighter.
Oh, lighter. Okay, well, I'm just going to go, maybe I'll go on and use the lighter one. And I'll think about the darker one. So I'm going to attach, again, I'm going to pick out a word stamp. And
no light. Lighter.
Everybody said lighter? Okay.
Yeah, no light.
No light or lighter?
One said lighter, no light. Okay, darker. Oh. Thanks for the votes, right?
Yep. Okay. So I'm using this stamp set next. So I'm just going to
Stephanie is a red and pink fan, so me too.
Okay, we're just going to stamp these. And I'm going to test it out first. Oops, I need to move my Mist You over a little bit. I actually think I need to stamp them separate. So.
Okay, now I'm trying to figure out what to do with my hair for the dance thingy. I think I better go to the beauty parlor and get my hair fixed.
Well, you always feel special when you do that.
Yeah.
So maybe you should do that just to feel special.
And get my nails done.
Yeah, that's always a good thing to do.
Leah can probably direct me.
So that night that my mom is dancing, should I do it live or should I record it and then post it?
Why don't you record it and we can snip it where we have to snip it.
So okay, I have my word on there.
I don't care.
I'm gonna put my pattern paper on there, which when it does come in the pad, it will be cardstock. This is text weight. I'm worried about my hands shaking and stuff.
I'm worrying about crying. On the very end, it's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Yes, I'm doing something I never did before.
Okay.
Well, a lot of this is what I've never done before anyway, so.
Okay, we're going to put this in here. I am going to trim off my stems. Okay, I am going to put some foam tape behind my flowers.
My goal is not to cry. But if I cry, it'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Your goal should be to stay upright.
Yeah. Well, the very end, I'm not going to be upright, but.
She gave away one of her secrets.
Yeah. Watch to the end and see if I collapse.
Okay. I'm not popping this whole thing, but I'm just popping parts of it.
So has anybody ever planked before?
Planked?
Yeah, do you know what planking is?
Yeah, when you are down on your elbows and your toes and your body is straight.
Yeah, your body is straight.
Okay, so is there a point to this?
I just wondered if anybody knew what planking was. Came up somewhere that I was looking the other day.
Okay, so we're just going to put our little flowers in there.
Are you getting frisky in your old age? Now listen. See, that's the thing. The goal is to die as young as possible, but as late as possible. So I don't think I'm old. That's the problem here.
Well, I don't know if it's a problem. Okay, so.
Are you getting frisky?
So I've got my scallop frame. Now I could pop up my scallop frame, but I just popped up my flowers.
Maybe not frisky, maybe just silly.
And I'm just attaching that on there.
Perhaps a bit fearless.
All right, so there's my next clean and simple card. And I'm going to push from the back so my dirty fingers don't get on there. Okay, so For the frame and the cone flowers, I did use the Royal Ultra White felt, so it's got a little bit of texture to it. I don't know that you can see that in the picture. But let's go on to the third one. So this one I'm actually going to stamp right on the card. And I do have a yellow frame. So let's see if I can get some words on there first.
Well, what the heck happened here?
And again, I'm going to just stamp my words first and hope they fit. So I am using this whole big set from Rubbernecker. I don't know what the number is. Oh, it's Layered Daisy Bouquet. So, and this one will say, I'll always be there for you. I should have practiced on my paper, but I didn't. That's okay. So far it turned out okay. So I've got my words on there. Yay. Now I'm going to be doing a layered flower, so it's got 3 layers. So it's got a main layer that we'll do in a light color, then we'll do a little bit darker, and then we'll do the black outline over the top of it. So let's see if I can do this. And I'm going to use our circle frame. And okay, I've got my first one. Now I am finding this a little bit difficult to line them up. And they do have a key, but oh well. I'm just going to be a go for it kind of gal. You guys know me. Okay. And then there's this one that just adds a little bit of shadowing to it.
See, Sarah's fearless too. Just go for it, right?
Just go for it, yeah.
That's what
This one I don't know how it lines up though. I had it and oh well. So this one might not be perfect, but if it was perfect, it would be Hallmark, right?
You got
So
it.
there's a little bit of shadowing on there. I don't know if you can see it. And then we're going to do the black outline. Good thing that wasn't StazOn on there. Okay, and then there are little insides to my little flower. Ooh, if I dropped my ink pad on there, I would not be a happy camper right now. And then there's one with just little teeny tiny dots. I'm going to do that right over the center of it. So there we have our little flower. And now this one I am going to pop up. I'm going to pop my frame up. So with the circle, depending on how wide you cut your foam tape, you can usually, or you can just rip it into smaller ones. So just some quick and or clean and simple stamping. So pretty simple, not going, out there like a lot of stuff that I do with the mechanics and all that. This is just back to basic stamping. And like I said, I don't do clean that often. I usually do messy better.
Sharon says she stamps on acetate scrap to help her line them up.
Acetate scrap.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe stamps it on the acetate, then is able to turn it and line it up to see.
I don't know. Sharon, can you explain that a little more?
Yeah. If you can help teach us, that would be wonderful. So this one I think I'm going to add some pearls to, just around the outside.
Aging in reverse.
I needed to add some little tchotchkes to one of my cards,
Sharon says, right.
So yeah, you stamp it on the acetate and then you're able to turn it to see where it's going to line up.
Then make a mark on each stamp when they're aligned.
Oh, yep. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd make a mark on the back of your stamp. So on the back here, you'd peel this off, make a mark on the back of it, and then you know what the top is all
Nice.
the time. That is a great idea.
I love the sharing that goes on here. It's like using a stamp-a-majig.
Yep. Stamp-a-majig that's an older thing. That was before the all right, so there we go. Our clean and simple, quick and easy stamping.
That's nice.
It's a little bit off-centered here, but I'm not going to move it because I'll muck it up if I do. Okay, so there's using our scallop frames. Hang on, let me get this over here. I had a lot going on. I thought, oh, this is going to be quick and easy and I'm not going to have many supplies. Yeah, that just didn't work.
Okay, so you should have
Okay, so
links for all of those things.
Yep, there we've got our clean and simple. I did use our 110 pound Nina Classic Crest cardstock. It's a nice card base. So, anyways, thanks for joining me tonight, and we will see you on Monday. Different than Thursday, but we'll see you next week.